Hello, welcome to Black Friday with Brittany Kennedy. Today is October 9th, 2020. I hope you guys had a lovely week. I cannot express how lovely my week has been. I've been in a really good mood. Like, whatever's going on with the planetary alignment, whatever's going on through my manifestations, my meditation is working 100% because I'm feeling like $1 million. Matter of fact, maybe like 1 billion or possibly probably even 1 trillion, honestly. So that's a lovely thing. That's what's going on in my world. Hope you guys are looking forward to the weekend. I have my lovely son in the background making lovely noises as he eats his food. So do not mind him, please. For those of you guys that are new to Black Friday with Brittany Kennedy, this is a space where I like to talk about socioeconomic issues in the Black community that are too taboo to talk about. I like to talk about them. My thought process is that if we're talking about these issues that are happening in our community, then we will create solutions amongst us as we are discussing it. That's my thought process. I hope it's working. I think it's working, even though a lot of my viewers have seemed to like tune out momentarily. Hoping you guys tune right back in. Last week I posted, actually before I go into what I posted last week, let's talk about Black businesses to support. It is crucial and imperative that we start to support our community and keep our money within our community. We do not allow the dollar to circulate as long as it circulates in other communities. So like the Jewish community, it pretty much like stays within their community. However, the dollar in the Black community circulates probably all of 6 hours, meaning it stays in the Black hands for 6 hours before it reaches outside of the community into another race, basically. And we have $1.3 trillion buying power per year. That's how much we spend as a collective. It's a lot of money. So I like to keep my money in our community as much as possible. And I purchased this book last week from Miss Jessica Wiggins. She is a tarot reader. She's many things actually. She's a professional astrologer. Anywho, she's got a YouTube channel called Bahati Life and I love her. I highly recommend you check her out. I bought this book so I could get more familiar with my tarot reading and memorize my cards. That way when I do my readings, I can just like go off of memory. Not quite there yet, but I'm getting there and this book is going to help me. I got it from Amazon. It was not very pricey. I think it was under $20 for sure, but you should check it out. If you're a tarot reader, if you're interested in tarot reading, it is a really good guide. It gives you just to brief here really quickly. So it'll give you the basic meanings, love meaning, career, work, personal, spiritual, but it also gives you the reverse, which is very important. A lot of people do readings and they do not share the reverse meaning. The reverse meaning of a card is totally different from the non-reverse, the upright. So I do tarot readings, like I just mentioned, and you can get a reading, you can book a reading from me either through the YouTube channel or you can go to Tarot Readings by Brittany Kennedy on Facebook and you can book me through there. So now let's get back to what I was discussing. Also, actually, before I forget, in terms of Black businesses, this is not a business, but it is a non-profit organization. And I am the executive director of a non-profit organization called Artest University. And it was founded by Meta World Peace and his father, Ron Artest Sr. If you see the smoke, that's my incense going. I just realized that was actually on camera. Anywho, and the work that we do is amazing. We focus on mental health, financial literacy, education, sports education, in specifically underprivileged communities. However, we are not exclusive to working in underprivileged communities. Basically, we work with the youth. However, we also have programs that are geared towards adults, like mental health. Working with NAMI. NAMI is a mental health organization, health and wellness, and you should definitely check them out. As those who are familiar with Meta World Peace, he actually is a huge advocate for mental health. He's had his own battles, and he's one of the, I know there's a few, but he's one of the few that I know that have been so open about his journey. And I think it's quite beautiful. So you can always support us through the website. I will have it in the link below. You can, or in the description box below. You can check it out. Go check out Artest University. Find out what we're doing. If you want to volunteer, you're welcome to offer your lovely services. And we could see how we could collaborate. We love collaborations at Artest University. So now back to what we are here to talk about, which is basically we're really going to talk about politics again, because it's kind of important and it's like should be the top of the discussion of like what's going on in the world right now, especially after the vice presidential debates yesterday or last night, which were completely amazing. So last week I posted a video and it was called "Who Are Black People Voting For, Biden or Trumpy?" I like to call him Trumpy. I don't know, Trumpy. He's Trumpy. But anywho, so many people responded and said they were not voting. Many of you guys who commented in the Facebook groups that I post in were talking about how you're not voting, and I don't understand exactly why you're not voting. I get it though, honestly. You know, some people feel like it's not going to make a difference, there's no point to it, etc., etc. I totally understand that. To a certain degree, I understand your frustrations, but I don't understand your desire or your lack of desire in participating and trying to make a difference. I was going back and forth with one woman very briefly before I shut that conversation down, who was talking about how, you know, she didn't see the need to subscribe to a political system that has, you know, enslaved our people and done all this stuff, etc., etc. And yet she also quoted the Bible, which, forgive me for those who, you know, have faith in the Bible. I used to, at one point in time, have faith in the Bible. I read the Bible. I've read the Bible from front to back, and I have learned that it is a book comprised of stories from ancient Kemet, mythological stories nonetheless, and along with groups of along the Mesopotamia area, and the Hebrews decided to take a lot of the stories, take out all the gods, make it about men and women, and give it one god, and blah, 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 blah. Anywho, my point is that I thought it was interesting that she was referencing the Bible, which has been very, very controversial, especially when it comes to colonization. For us, Black people, the Bible was not our form of faith or religion in any capacity prior to colonization. So to hear her talk about how she didn't want to subscribe to a political system because of that simple fact of, like, you know, slavery and the oppression and blah, 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 but then quote the Bible and the same thing, talking about, I think the scripture was about heathens and not to follow heathens or something. I don't know. But anyhow, yeah. So I don't understand how not doing anything it doesn't help. Like, you're saying that if you vote, you feel like your vote doesn't matter, that nothing changes. But if you don't vote, still nothing happens, nothing changes. So how is that a win? How is rebelling against the system and choosing not to vote any sort of win whatsoever? How does not participating in the process somehow help you? It actually doesn't help you at all. And if you're that adamant about rebelling against the system and not participating in something that does not serve you, why are you actually still underneath the rule of that system? Why even live in America? Why not just go to Africa or Jamaica or some other island or anywhere but here? If you're that adamant about how your voting doesn't matter, because ultimately you still have to suffer underneath the rule and the laws of this land. So what sense does that make at all? I don't know. I don't get it. But Anyways, I think you definitely should vote. I think it's important that you vote. A lot of black people were also saying that, who are they going to vote for? Like, what? Look at the options. Well, yeah, Biden is not black. He's not Obama. I get it. However, he's got Kamala Harris. And I think she's a dang good partner to have in office. And so really, if you don't like Biden, so what? Vote for her. If he wins, she wins. It's a win-win, I think. And it means that Trump's not in office. I mean, unless you really want to go through another 4 years of the person who suggested that you put bleach into your body to kill the coronavirus. I wonder if he's putting bleach in his body right now. Probably not. Probably not. He probably doesn't even have coronavirus, honestly. And if he does, I really hope it... Never mind. I'm going to leave that one alone. I do think it was funny that he got it on the 1st, which happened to also be a full moon. They're kind of blaming all the witches for that. Hey, I will not subscribe to saying anything about that. But anywho, did you guys watch the debate? I thought it was a lovely debate. I thought my sorority sister, Kamala Harris, did a lovely job of holding her own. I think Pence had no chance at all in hell, like out the gate, honestly. She's an educated black woman, and to me, at the end of the day, an educated black woman knows how to articulate exactly what they think, how they feel, and she's a black woman, so she's gonna give you a run for your money. Like, we have a bad rap of having too much of a mouth, but like an educated black woman is probably just, you're not gonna win. You're just not gonna win, honestly. He had no chance, and she was a district attorney, so she's used to going back and forth with people to argue a point, and not just to argue a point for the sake of a debate, but to get justice. So on a platform where she's able to debate for the highest office that you could possibly hold in America. I mean, because basically she's arguing for the president, right? So how was she going to lose that? She wasn't going to lose that, not at all. And I think Pence just shitted all over himself, or he was a shit on the thing, on the podium, or whatever you want to call it, because I mean, apparently the fly thought so. But I thought she did great. I thought one of the main things that was very different is she made eye contact. She really, really reached the viewers by looking dead into the camera. I mean, she knew what she was doing, 100%. While Pence was like, I don't know, he looked like a little kid in trouble. Like, he was looking down at this way and down at that way and every other which way except for here. He couldn't look at you in the eye. And to me, that says everything, because you know what they say about people who can't have an argument with you in the eye, or like what, and look at you in your eye, or even have a conversation while they're looking you in the eye. They've got something to hide. They can't. Hey, I refuse to believe that the man is camera shy. Okay, you're having a lovely time over there, eh? Children are so beautiful, aren't they? They grow up so quickly. I love every moment of it. But anywho, I really, really loved her response. I wish I had taken notes. I really didn't. I kind of kept everything in my mental, but I love that she talked about how she would make chokeholds illegal. That was 100% beautiful to me. But not even just that, but I really love the part about her saying that she would make every police officer who commits a crime, that she would put them in a national registry for everybody to be able to see. I thought that was amazing. I think that would be very helpful. It shows accountability where it needs to be had with these this particular part of law enforcement. The pandemic situation, that was another part that I thought was a very huge, important part. I think I knew about the fact that that Trump, the administration, knew that this virus was coming in January, and yet they didn't make enough preparation. They didn't tell us, mainly. That was the main point, that they didn't tell us. And I get it. Like, in terms of being in that office, you have the ability to say whatever you get. You're the delegator, really. You get to delegate as much information as you want to. He didn't want people in a panic, whatever. But I think she made a very valid point that if he had let us know, we could have been more prepared. I'm sure there was a lot of people out there, like, you know, thinking to themselves they're about to get their tax refund money and they can spend and do this and do that. And the next thing they know, they're out of jobs and can't pay rent. That's kind of a big deal. He should have gave us a heads up. I 100% agree with her. I also really loved her go green response to the economy. Whereas I felt like Pence was like, you know, we're doing a great job. And, you know, Trump has talked about the fires and it's horrible and blah, 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 blah. That's all I heard was blah, 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 blah. And flies buzzing. That's all I heard, honestly. Just shit was coming out of his mouth. All of it was all shit to me. I'm looking at my notes here so I don't forget anything. Experience. Kamala Harris has experience, like legit hardcore experience in making a difference. She's on several committees within the Senate, and I think she is a great running partner for Biden, who also has years and years and years of experience, versus this person who was like a reality TV mogul, business owner, entrepreneur, who all of a sudden became president. Like, when were you ever mayor? Were you ever a governor? Where did you come from? How did you just... I guess that's why all of a sudden Kanye West was like, I'm gonna be president. He shouldn't be president. Kim has a great fashion sense, but I don't think she should be in the White House. Ever. 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 Taxes. The lovely issue of taxes. How does a man who makes as much money as he does happen to also be in as much debt as he's in? That's one thing. How are you in that much debt and paying other people's salary? How does that work? And how do you only pay $750 in taxes in a year? What the fuck are you writing off? Can I get that? Who's your accountant? Can I get him? I want to use him as my tax preparer, because that's incredible. My tax preparer is pretty damn good, but that's incredible. $750 when God finally physically gives me my $1 trillion in my hand, like physically where I can actually like go and spend it. I want to make sure that I get whatever situation he has, and I don't want no IRS coming for me on nothing at all. Because honestly, how many black people made money, maybe not as much money as he makes, but how many of them have spent time in jail? They even came from Martha Stewart. How is this motherfucker still walking around? I forgot, he's orange, not white. And apparently, according to Pence, you know, systematic oppression doesn't really exist in America. That's right around the time that the fly landed on his head and stayed there for long periods of time. Just saying. Anywho, those are my tidbits regarding the vice presidential debate. I would love to hear your feedback. I want to know what you guys thought of this debate. Did you guys watch the debate? Are you paying attention? I'm sure a lot of you guys are paying attention, but are you really, really paying attention? Are you listening to this back and forth? Are you just focusing on the memes that are going on? Or are you actually listening to what they are offering us? Because basically they are asking us to hire them for a job, and we're listening to their resume and what they're going to do. And based upon the resume and what they intend to do, we are going to hire them or fire them. It's very simple. Hire or fire. Fire. Let's fire. I want to fire Trump. We need to fire Trump. Get him out of office. No more. I'm done. I'm done with this fiasco. I'm done with the shenanigans. I'm done with this reality TV matrix situation that we have going on for the past 4 years, and I do not want to sign up for it for another 4 years. And he's bribing you guys with this stimulus that he's looking at giving again. Like, please, black people, don't fall for that. Please don't fall for that. I really, I even had to scratch my own head about it. Don't fall for it, please. Anywho, like, subscribe, share this channel. Thank you so much for checking in. I would love to hear your feedback on what's going on in America regarding these debates and who you want to be in office. And if you're not voting, please give me a good damn reason as to why you're not voting, like something I can sink my teeth into. Because the crap that you guys are coming up with is like, you might as well just say, I'm lazy, I don't care about my life, I don't care about the climate of America, I don't care about what I'm going through, I don't care about taxes or anything else, or where my kids go to school, or protection. Like, just go ahead and say that. You might as well, honestly. Because the bullshit excuses you guys come up with, I could probably, I don't know, I could do something with it. Probably nothing, actually. Anywho, thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you guys next week. Ciao.